Hi, this is Rachelle Scrapcraftastic, and today I'm going to work on finishing the setup of the Dollar Tree notes organizer. I started off using this as a daily planner just to see how it would work. I didn't really use it for that first week. So, I mean, there's a little something here. After that, I didn't do anything. So at the end of the week, I said, well, let me just see how I like it as a journal instead of a planner, because it just, I don't know, it just didn't work for me as a planner. I could see how it would, especially if you're a lister, how it would work, but it wasn't working for me at the time. So that Sunday, I just used it kind of like a journal. I'd rather like to call it a diary, call it what you will. But I used it that way and I liked it like that. So I didn't have time to decorate, but I kept using it. I did miss a day and I kind of wrote in it and left room around so that if I wanted to come back and decorate, I could. Being that it's Halloween, the month of Halloween, it's all about the decorating for me. It's just that I haven't had a chance to do it. So if I want to come back and do it, I can. If I don't do it, that's fine too. But I am actually using it as a journal or diary. So I've been filling in, and it's also helping me with my handwriting, practicing that as well. So as you can see, I've been pretty consistent for the last few days, which is good for me because usually with things like this, I'll fall off. So I'll come in the morning in here and fill in what happened the day before. And sometimes I'll fill in the day of a little bit too. So yeah, I'm doing cursive. And then on this one, I said, well, let me practice my print. And so, yeah, it's good practice, and it's just good getting thoughts out on the paper. Now, I still have an issue with this paper being incredibly thin. The pen I'm using on this is the Sharpie S Gel 0.7. I did play around with gluing pages together back here. It is a better, now that it's dry. I didn't like it at first. Now that it's dry, I think I could get behind doing that. It's not so bad. So I may end up doing that because I got a feeling after using this every day to fill in all of these pages, and they're so thin, I just don't think they will hold up. So I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I have the option along the way to glue pages together if I want to. And also, so far, these pages that I've done for journaling don't have any added weight to them. No stickers, no washi tape, no collage, none of that. So maybe that will make a difference in the end. Right now, it's just straight pen to paper. I'll get into decorating the pages later. As far as the covers, I kind of want to go ahead and finish those up. Now, I printed this design. I made this design along with 3 others, well, 4 others technically, available to Scrapcraftastic Patron Elites to do with as you will. I did design them or create them to fit in this reloadable cover, reusable reloadable cover that I added to the Dollar Tree Notes Organizer. Our initial cover was just cardstock glued onto the original cover, and I wasn't happy with that. So I switched it up by using the laminate to make a pocket and adding it onto the spiral. I'm still considering changing the spiral. I just don't have anything to change it into. So, because it's very weak, but I think it's fine. I just don't like it. Okay, so I printed her on photo paper and I felt like it wasn't heavy enough. So I added a piece of black cardstock, and I still wasn't necessarily happy with it. Also didn't cut it straight. Had some issues that day. This is the paper that I'm using. So I printed her on this EPSON Presentation Paper. This is the single-sided version, I believe. And if I can, I will link to it in the description box below. It's 27-pound paper, so it's not that heavy. And once you print on it and the page is saturated with ink, it's really not that heavy. Okay, so I thought, well, maybe that's not heavy enough. Let me print it on some photo cardstock. So this is on photo cardstock from Wal-Mart Pen+Gear. I wrote on here, I paid $7.28 for this. It's 110 pound and you get 50 sheets. Okay, so that's what this is on. Now, I noticed when I use the cardstock, the photo cardstock, it has more of a dusty cast to it. I don't know another way to say that, but it seems like it's got, maybe it's like a grayish look to it. I feel like the image is sharp and crisp, but it's not as vibrant to me as it is on the EPSON paper. I hope you can see the difference there. So I don't know if EPSON has cardstock, but I'd be willing to try their photo paper cardstock over the Pen+Gear. But the Pen+Gear does work well in a pinch. It's just that the color is so much better on the EPSON paper. All right, so that is the design I created for the cover. And like I said, I was going to replace it, but now looking at it, I don't think I need to replace it. I'm just going to leave it. Then this is one that I created to use either on the inside, the back. I don't know what order I'm going to use these in. And this, I don't really see that big of a difference in these two as far as how they print it. I'm actually kind of leaning a little bit towards the cardstock on that one. This one, definitely, I think the EPSON paper is better. This is a dark print anyway. I don't know. I think they're pretty close. I think this picked up the nuance of the color a little better, like where the red is. It's a little bit better. Then this one, I think is pretty much the same. So it appears that if there's a lot of white space that, well, no. If you look at her cheekbone area, look at the cheekbone area here, it's smoother on the EPSON paper. The color is smoother. Those are very minute details. Overall, they are basically the same. And then, now this one I feel like is different. This I want to use on the jack-o'-lantern. I'll be using in the jack-o'-lantern. But if you look at her hair, it's more vibrant here. It's like a little dusty there. See the difference? Hopefully you can see that. But again, this is still excellent quality. I feel like this is better than just printing on regular cardstock. So if you need something heavier, this is a good option. But if you want the best print quality, yeah, the photo paper is really nice from EPSON. Okay, so that's enough of the nerdy stuff. Let's go ahead and work with these. And anything that I don't use, I had the idea to make a 12 signature journal with each signature dedicated to 1 month of the year. I don't know if I'm going to start that this month, next month, or in December. So I think that would be fun. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this channel because it's kind of a journal making thing, and I think that would be better over on Journal Life's Journey. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Whatever it is, I would like for it to have a monthly calendar at least in each signature so that it could be used as a calendar. All right, so what I want to do is go ahead and put in a back piece here, an insert for that, and then do the inserts for the back cover. So I guess I could just decide what I want to go where. I'm going to use this as my template to trim because I didn't put any cut marks on these so that patrons can use it to do whatever they want. I think I want her on the back cover. She can go on the inside back cover. I'll set her aside for the jack-o'-lantern planner project. So she can go on the inside back. So this is where I want to cut. On that one. And then she's going on the inside. Do I want to move that over a little bit? Nope, because I don't want to cut off a wing. And then her. All right, so I'm going to go to my big paper trimmer and cut these down and get those ready to go in to the covers. Okay, so here are the cut down versions, and I didn't think of this, but I think the pocket on the back is a different size because I didn't do them at the same time. So it might be slightly different, but hopefully it won't be an issue. Let's see. So I can just slide this in, and then when we get to November, December, if I want to change the covers, I can. But that is what that looks like. Let's put the one in the back. Now this one might be different. I might have to do some trimming on this one. And hopefully I'll remember that this is in here. Maybe I could put a pocket here to hold this. We might do that. Make a little pocket. Or I could use one of those clear pockets. Oh, it's gonna fit, I think. Might just be a hair too big. Yeah, a hair too big. So let's see if I can use this. I'm not very good with these guillotine trimmers, but I need to get some practice. So let's see. We can cut a slither off. I like the guillotine because it takes up less space on the desk when I am working. That fits nicely. And then her on the back. Yep, gotta take a little slither off. Still really tight. Let's take one more small slither off. All right, let's try putting them both in at the same time. That might help. Okay, there we go. So that's what that looks like. It's a little shorter on the back. Also, the back is not covered because we covered this on the front. So I may have to come back and do something for the back so that this white doesn't show. Maybe. It's not that big of an issue because it shows blue here because of the blue cover on the front. Okay, so let's see about adding a pocket. Since I'm considering covering though, do I want to do that now or wait? Maybe we should wait, and I can just slide this in between. Hopefully I won't forget. That's where I put it. You all make sure I don't forget that I stuck it in there until I decide what I want to do about the back inside covers. Could even make a little folder, which I don't know if any of that is necessary, but it would be fun to do and share with you to show you how to do it at least. So I still need to come back and do a pen test on this as well. So let me know down in the comments, what pens do you want me to test? It has to be pens that I have, of course. But if I have them, I will test them for you. And again, you can already see how the Sharpie S-Gel works. It's got a little shadowing, but it's not bad considering how thin this paper it really is. Okay, so that's it on that. Let's move to the other planner. I was going to hold off on this. I think I'm going to put this back in here too to give it a little more stability. And then I'll still have a template to play around with. It does show my Cricut cutting though. All right, I'll deal with that later. So that is that on that. And I just keep the pen clipped here. I have it on the shelf next to me. So when I come in here in the morning, I just grab it off the shelf. Pen is ready and off I go. So these are extras. Now, let's get to the jack-o'-lantern and how I'm doing with this. I went to Walmart recently. I wanted to share this. And I know I showed these Post-it notes. There was a whole bunch of different styles and sizes. These are by Post-it, but they're called Noted. They're just like a different style. Meet Noted by Post-it, a collection of delightfully designed desktop accessories to help inspire, wrangle, and commemorate life's most notable moments. So that's what they are. These were on clearance at the Walmart that I shop at. They were on clearance for $2.50. I think the regular price for these was $7 and something. I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it on the screen if it's available so that you can see. $2.50, I feel like it's still pretty expensive, but these are large sticky notes. They are a little different. This one is 100. This is 2.9 inches by 4 inches, so about 3 by 4, and it has daily routine. And then this one is 2.9 by 3.9 or 3 by 4. And you have 30 of each tab. So, and it's just like a list tab style. So I thought that was a pretty good price. And they are the Post-it brand. So we know that they should stick well. So you might want to check that out. Okay. So this is the jack-o'-lantern. This is my Halloween reference. I'm trying to use it as a planner at the moment too. I think I'm going to end up moving planning stuff as far as my everyday planning into my holiday planner. I have October in my holiday planner, so I'm thinking I may use that because the personal size weeklies are a bit small for me. I have been using them. Let's get to it. I have been, but it's just been a little highlighter and pen to paper. Okay. So that's it. I didn't do anything for the monthly here. And I'm using my little removable tabs to note where I am. I did go ahead and decorate for the upcoming week. And I may stay in here and see how I like it. But I do feel like I don't have enough space if I want to decorate. If I just want to do pen to paper, this is fine. But if I want to decorate, this is limiting for me, this size. Okay, so then for social media PR, I was filling in what I was posting. I need to finish that up. And this is, I used a few stickers, but mostly highlighter and pen. I think this is okay. It doesn't give me enough room to write down ideas and stuff like that. And I could add more sections in here, but I don't really want to do that because I'm only using this for this month as far as planning. And maybe it wasn't a good idea to put planner stuff in here. I should probably just keep this as a reference for Halloween, because then I've gone in and put stuff about Patreon, Etsy, and I don't know why I can't keep things separate, but I can't keep things separate. I just want Halloween stuff in here, really. So Halloween projects, Halloween things to do. and we will be coming back to do this and possibly change this dashboard. So moving forward for November, I don't know what I'm going to be using because I'm finding the personal is too small. Now B6 is big enough. We'll talk about other planner problems later. I think I could get away with using a B6, but I'm just so tired of using Nostalgia. I want to do something different. I may end up in composition notebooks, period. I feel like I'm leaning in that direction. Just, yeah. The only thing with that is I can't move the pages around, which is why I usually end up in discs, A5 discs. But it's not cozy and like, it doesn't feel good in the hand, the A5 disc. It's like clunky, and I like the cozy feel of a personal size and even a B6, which this is technically a B6. So I got some decisions to make. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've pulled out some covers to consider for November, but the main thing with this is I feel like personal is too small for my everyday planning, at least the way these personal inserts are. A week on 2 pages. I could probably get away with a week on 4 pages, or daily pages would be fine. But again, this is a reference planner, a reference notebook. So having my planner inserts in here is just temporary. Let me know if you have any suggestions, ideas. What size should I be in? What should I do? What style? I don't want to do traveler's notebook either. At least I don't think I do. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe a B6 traveler's notebook would be it, because then I could use the B6 composition notebook. I could have a notebook for each category. And also, I wouldn't be able to change the pages around, but I could put a new notebook in whenever I want. So let me know. I'm not going to sit here and go over that a million different ways, but yeah. So I'm using, let's take all of this out. I've been using the laminate as a way to hold my pen and to hold the clip. So yeah, and I also ended up taking the pen loop off of the cover and putting it on one of the dashboards. I thought that was better. Let's take these things out that I need to transfer. So I'm taking this insert out. I did show how I made this in a previous video. Basically, it's 5mm laminate. I cut it down to the size that I needed, and I screwed the ring mechanism onto it. Now, I don't like the glare that I get when I open it up. So when it's in here and the flaps are in the pocket, all of this on the black area is glare, glare, glare. Don't like that. So it's bad enough that like she's got a glare. So to eliminate that, I am going to do the single-sided laminate with this design. So let's take this apart, and I'm going to try and take it apart without taking everything off the rings. All right, so let's take this a loose, lefty loosey, righty tighty. And it's just a flathead screwdriver. Could probably get away with using a butter knife if you're careful. So it's 2 pieces. Let's see if I can leave the top pieces in place. Just remove that carefully, set it off to the side. Then this is what this is looking like. Set those off to the side. All right. It's a little worn. So this is our laminate piece. And I think our design will fit if I measured properly. Hopefully I did. It's close. So I'll keep this. I can use this in another B6 Traveler's Notebook or B6 Notebook cover if I want to add rings to it. I have a piece of 5mm laminate here, and I'm going to cut off the little end where the two pieces are connected. So this is a pouch. It's 2 pieces of laminate that you would usually slide something into to seal it. Well, I just cut the piece off that was holding those 2 together. Okay. And then I am going to place this on top of this. And then I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper that's not too damaged. All right, so I'm just going to use plain white paper on top to protect that photo paper because I don't know how the heat would affect it. So basically what I did was cut open the laminate pouch with the dull side facing up. I placed my image on top facing up. Then I'm covering that up with a piece of regular paper, trying to line that paper up just right so that it doesn't stick to that laminate. It might stick, but we should be okay. One thing I can tell you that I did wrong off the bat, I don't remember how I did this before. I should not have had exposed edges because this has sticky on it. So that stickiness is getting in my laminator probably. So I should have trimmed down the laminate to the smaller than the paper. So that's a mistake. Don't do that. Trim your laminate down smaller than the paper size. See, it tried to keep it. So I'm going to run just the paper through and hopefully clean up anything that got left behind. But I think it's okay. So it's laminated on the back, but we still have just the plain paper on the front. That way there, it's got the sturdiness, it's got some bulk and heft to it, but we don't have the glare. So I'm running it on both edges because that is where the sticky part of the laminate was exposed. I don't think it did anything, but yeah, remember, cut your laminate down smaller than what you're laminating, or to the exact same size. And if you can line it up, putting it in the laminator, that would be best. I think we are done with that for now. Let's go ahead and trim this up. I'm just gonna use this old thing, try to get it right. So I'm just going to use this as a template, and then I'm going to use pencil to mark where I need to poke the holes at. I'm also going to round the corners. Let's use this one. Kind of train this to go in the direction we want, trying not to fold it, which I pretty much just did. All right, hole punch. I don't think this one is gonna reach. Is it gonna reach? No. So if you don't have a hole punch that will reach, you can just use an awl, one of these, and poke your hole. It's not the neatest way to do it, but it does work. Or if you have one of these, which is a good investment if you do crafts, then you can just use that to punch your hole. So I'm just lining this up as best as I can and punching. And then the other side. I think I got that right. Yeah, for things like that, I usually wait until I can get a really good sale price and buy them because they're fairly expensive. However, you can find them on Amazon as well. Okay. Let's get the back pieces. Oh, these didn't come off. So these go in like so. There we go. Then I want to place this on top of it. Hopefully those screws stay in place. Open it back up to close to the center. Where'd my screws go? They fell off. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I can do it from the side. It's a little tedious with everything already on the rings, but it might be worth the extra effort to not have to take everything off the rings. All right. The moment of truth. Let's see if it fits. Let's slide this into the back. So of course some of these are going to be covered because I have things in the back pocket. I could actually take that out and slide it in here. And then the front pocket, this might be a little short actually. Goes here. Well, I think it fits okay. So that's what it looks like. She looks a little dull compared to her because she is shiny, but she has glare. She doesn't. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. Does it work? I want to take this back. She's going to get covered up because I'm putting all of this back in here. But she's there in case, okay? Let's see. You open it, you see her. You open it, you see nothing. All right, so that is it. I think that turned out okay. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you gonna try it? Let me know. Did you know you could just laminate on one side? You can. Let's see, I can put my pencil on here, or my pen, and put my bow back on. Let's position that right on the pumpkin. And then put my highlighter back on here. All right. Put my goodies back in the pockets. Okay. That's what it's looking like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, so we replaced the insert in the B6 Traveler's Notebook, personal size hack, and we added the covers to my journal/diary. And again, these digitals are available to Scrapcraftastic patrons. I also printed the perks for the Craft Lab text. Those are the YouTube channel members. I printed those designs on Vellum so you can see what they look like on Vellum. I mean, they look pretty much the same as on paper, but see there. Then we have this one. This is what she looks like without a background. And then this one, I had a little printer issue on this one. She didn't come out perfect, but you still get the general idea. Okay? Whether you are a patron or a Craft Lab tech, you have things to choose from. And you could be both. I'll put the link in the description box below. If you would like to join here on YouTube, there's a link for Apple users. Everyone else, there is a join button under the video. And if you would like to look at becoming a patron, there is a link in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and you may be interested in this other video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.